Hey guys, this is Jeremy, and in this video we're going to go over devblog 28, which talks about update 3.1.0, the new airport, new features, the B748, and what we're going to look forward to in the future. So let's get into it. So devblog 28 is about updates, new features, and the road ahead. It's posted by Kubasan, developer of World of Airports. So it says here, hey everyone, after a bit of a hiatus, I'm finally back with another dev blog. There's a lot to catch up on, so let's jump right in. Reflecting on recent updates. First, I'd like to briefly touch upon some recent milestones. We finally delivered one of the community's most requested features, spinning aircraft wheels. It was far trickier than expected, but it's done and it's working smoothly. They've also implemented a new system for aircraft doors and openings, meaning that our planes will soon be opening doors realistically one by one. The improved radio communication still has a few glitches, but expect these to be ironed out in the next update. Probably the biggest recent addition is our new camera mode, internally called Fly View. You can now seamlessly move from the radar screen to watching your aircraft cruising in mid-air. You've likely noticed that ground details aren't visible yet. Unfortunately, providing detailed real-world terrain data for all our active players would be prohibitively expensive. Staying committed to keeping our core game free and accessible, we opted for above the clouds experience for now. We fixed many bugs and admittedly created a few new ones. Performance remains challenging on devices with around 2 GB RAM, and we're continuously working to optimize the stability. We also keep running into issues with Google authentication, causing occasional disconnections. Don't worry, your data isn't lost. Everything is safely stored in the cloud. On a positive note, the forum has greatly improved our communication. We've been actively addressing reported bugs, and we've already included the first player requested features from the forum in recent updates. So this first section is pretty cool, right? Just reflecting about the past updates, spinning aircraft wheels, which I always have a hard time finding, but maybe that's just me. Let's see. I mean, it's really dark. Let's switch airports here. Let's go to Muscat. So yeah, that section is all about the updates we've got, right? So I don't know if you guys have turned on the ATC radio communications, but they've definitely improved since 3.0. Also, you also can see the wheels spinning. Very hard to see in this airport right now, but I know a lot of people really want to see it, and it's in the game now. World of Airports just continuously updates their game and improves their graphics, and it's kind of amazing how much is for free. And then not only that, but they also included the sky view, right? What they're calling the sky view. So what you can do is you can go up here to your radar on the top bar. You click on your radar icon and you can see all the planes that are coming in. So you can just click on a plane that's flying in. So in this case we have my plane coming back from MSY, and then you click on this camera icon and you have a sky view. You have different angles here, so you can look at the plane from down below, from up above. And the cool thing is when you're over the water, it'll be over the water. The time also matches the time. So like it's currently nighttime when I'm recording this, where this plane is located right here over the Atlantic Ocean. So that is pretty cool. You'll see the same thing right here. Well, this one's over land, so you'll see it's over the clouds, or it's still over the ocean. So let's see if we have another one that's over. Might be over land. And so you see how it's right there. So really cool. And then you got the regular camera angles. You got the front view, the side view, and then you got the tail right there. So really cool with that update. The radio communications is pretty cool as well. Let's turn that on. So you can turn that on by going up here, going to game settings, and we can go to radio, and we will turn on those sounds right now.
Golf Yankee Yankee X-ray. Runway 27 left, cleared to land, wind 18 degrees, 15 knots.
Isn't that cool? And then there's a lot more radio commands as well as you continue playing, for each pretty much part of handling the plane, not just landing, not just taking off, every single part of that plane. So that is pretty cool too. But let's keep reading this update and see what's coming next, right? So we got update 3.1.0, the next update, right? Take a look at their fly view. Look at that. Is that a new livery? I don't know. I'm not a livery master, but it looks pretty cool. And we have here, we've shuffled our priorities a bit, and the star of the next update will be the 747-8, arriving in both passenger and cargo versions. Aircraft parameters won't change, only the unlock gold plane cost. We're particularly proud of this plane because it's our first featuring the new flap control system. Guys, commentary right here, right? But if you're playing World of Airports before the release of 3.1.0 and you want the 748, you can unlock it now and you're going to have it at the lower gold plane price. But after 3.1.0 comes out, you're going to have to pay more. And usually it's about double is what the trend has been. So let's take a look at what the new 748 looks like. Oh snap, that's pretty cool. If only we could move our own camera like this, right? Man, that's detailed, man. That is detailed. Yeah, pretty nice, I would say. Pretty impressive too. Oh snap, we got more planes coming. Let's keep reading. Joining the fleet in this update are the E290 and the E295. Other E-jets will follow later, along with the Fokker 7100, which we're saving for release along an updated Sydney, where stands and taxiways need extra attention. As a very special bonus, the legendary Comet is finally getting a much deserved new model. Nice. Finally. Now, they didn't mention if this was going to go up in gold planes or not. I don't think it will, but I can't guarantee it. You know, when the Concorde, which is another special plane that's more expensive than the others, got updated, they didn't increase the price. And this is also a special type plane. This is not a plane that you want to have in your fleet typically, unless you have a lot of wallers in your airports. And it says right now it's 100 gold planes to unlock. So let's keep reading. Update 3.1.0 also includes the previously announced airport SCL Santiago de Chile, further enriching our global airport portfolio. A key new feature will be the ability to change your in-game username. Yes! This highly requested addition is also essential groundwork for future functionality. You will also be able to set default colors and custom liveries for your aircraft when purchasing new ones. Note, this won't retroactively apply to your existing fleet. Yo, alright. I'm already excited about what's looking further ahead because I saw the screenshot. I don't know if you guys did, but before we even get there, I mean, new airport is always super exciting. I hope their team member, if you guys don't know, Santiago de Chile was decided as an airport as a gift to one of their team members that's dealing with some health issues. Hope they're doing all right. And you know, the in-game username change is just going to be so great. So many people with player 123 and all these random numbers or their randomly generated Google Play name can finally get their username updated. And then it also says here, you're going to be able to set default colors. Like, oh, I'm looking forward to that too. It's such a small thing, but it makes things easier, right? I can always have my blue, my cyan blue, my dark blue, and my red as defaults for the Fat Rican. My light blue, my cyan blue, my dark blue, and yellow for Fat Airlines, and you know, of course, my other colors for all the other accounts. So that's going to be cool because it's less clicking we have to do. And then they say something about custom liveries. We're going to get more into that, but that is going to be pretty cool too. And it makes sense that it won't retroactively apply because each plane has its own individual livery. So of course it won't retroactively apply. All right, let's keep reading because this dev blog only gets better. All right, so we have here looking further ahead. One of the year's most significant projects is our new aircraft scheduling system. Through extensive prototyping, we developed a highly flexible yet simple system. It won't limit your current play style, but it will give you powerful tools to organize arrivals, prioritize flights, assign specific contracts to stands, and manage aircraft sizes for each stand. This should greatly streamline operations and significantly reduce clutter on the arrival card's screen. The attached images are not final, but they're very close. So let's take a look. Yo. So yeah, we don't have to keep reading. The next part is about more features. So let's take a look right here at the scheduling feature. It's going to remove clutter from the screen, so that's going to be cool. I want to open the original image so that way I could zoom in. Whoa, look at this. So we're going to look at the entire image there, and we're going to look at like this first image, right? So this first image, you got a schedule, right? And then you this color indicator right there, that indicator is typically for like special or event planes, right? But then again, all these planes are coming from the same destination. This is all just test data. You could tell because it's just the regular flag. It's all IAD, all 738. So this is all just test data here. But so what we really want to see is the connections, right? We have connections, and then you have stands, and you can see every 30 minutes or so you have a different plane going to that stand. Then you have a planner here. So let's actually scroll over and let's look at this next screenshot right here. You can see okay, now we have a plane assigned to the stand, and you have a 15-minute timer and 30 minutes. I don't know what that means. Maybe we'll find out in another screenshot. But like, I know a 738 typically has like 15 minutes as their timer for handling, but for you to be in the green, right? Or to be a green thumbs up. So I wonder if that's relevant, if that's connected. And then you got check all for auto assign. So that's interesting too. That wasn't in the first one. Oh, because now we're in the planner. Gotcha, I missed that. So, all right. And then we're going to look at the next screenshot here. We're still in the planner, but here they're doing some type of editing. Oh, snap. Snap, snap, snap. All right, look at this. It looks like stand G20 or G10. It's weird. All these are stand G10, so never mind that. But it looks like this stand is a cargo stand, and it looks like only A and B are enabled for this stand, perhaps, or maybe only C and D are enabled. I think it's only A and B. Oh, the next screenshot right here. Select allowed stand sizes. Yes. Oh my God. I was talking on stream the other day how annoying it is at IAD Washington to handle an A225 because there's only one stand that can handle a G plane, and it gets blocked if any of those the two stands next to it are occupied. So this is going to be fantastic for that. So we could take a look at this final screenshot, right? This final screenshot, you got the timers here. There's no legend, so I'm not sure exactly what these mean. We'll definitely figure that out when the game comes out. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. I just wonder like if this is going to make things less manual. I mean, there is an auto check all for auto assign. So is this going to cost silver planes? I hope it does in a way, because a lot of us with silver planes don't have ways to spend it, right? But I know not everybody has an abundance of silver planes, but I feel like this is a kind of feature that should cost silver planes. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, please, because I really want to know your thoughts. But let's go back to the dev blog and let's keep reading about what's coming up further ahead. So we're also enhancing our ground handling services, adding new dynamics to gameplay. We're currently testing medical assistance, requiring new boarding, deboarding strategies, and technical assistance, introducing pre-flight walkarounds by pilots that might uncover technical issues needing technician intervention. These new services will come with purchasable vehicles and fresh animations, which we hope to capture using motion capture technology. If successful, we'll gradually enhance existing services. Yo, World of Airports is taking it up a notch, man. That is pretty interesting. Is this the truck that's at like IAD? No, I don't know what this is. But either way, I wonder how these random events are going to impact the game and what like the rewards are going to be. You know, like, do you get extra rewards because you have to deboard and then board again? Do you get extra rewards because you have the technical issues? Like, does something happen? Do you get rewarded, or is it just like a delay? In which case, it almost feels like a penalty. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about it. It sounds cool. Doesn't sound terrible, and we'll see what it looks like, right, when we get more info. Anticipating your questions about future aircraft. Yes, we have several exciting models in development. MD-11, A330neo, C-17, and the previously promised E-jets. Aircraft creation is an ongoing dynamic process driven primarily by our development capacities. Yeah, we get the tri-jet. Look at this. Right, pretty cool. Perhaps our most ambitious upcoming project is expanding aircraft customization. While some players might expect freehand painting, we're taking a different approach. To ensure smooth functionality, especially in multiplayer, we'll offer full customization based on existing patterns. You'll control the rotation, the position, and size separately on the fuselage. How do you say that? Fuselage? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Engines and tails. I know that's the body of the plane, but I don't know how to say it. According to our tests, this creates virtually endless unique configurations, but that's not all. We're also working on adding customizable airline logos on tail fins and airline names on aircraft fuselage. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Alright, so check that out, right? Oh, snap. It says World of Airports by Flyboys Game. Let's actually look at the full-size image. Oh, it's a little blurry, but that's alright. Look at that. Cool colors is the gradient. But like, you see how the gradient's a little bit different on the engine, because normally the gradient would be the same color up here and it would be the same color on the top. But it looks like the engines have a different color. That is going to be awesome. I'm going to tell you, like, we're gonna have to have livery competitions or things like that. We'll have to do something like that to see who has the nicest liveries. Maybe even like who has the next version of Fat Airlines livery. We can do something like that. Oh, question we're all waiting for: when is the next update? Finally, the big question: when will the next update drop? No firm promises. That's World of Airports for you, right? They want to make sure you know there's no firm promise yet. But rest assured, they're working tirelessly day and night to deliver it in Q2. So actually, right now I'm recording this and it's June 17th. This video will probably come out in the next 1 or 2 days. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But that means there's only like 2 weeks away. Which is, you know, I'm skeptical. But at the same time, because we haven't really, I'm skeptical because we haven't seen too many screenshots about the new airport, and it sounds like there's so many cool features in here. But all right, it says thank you again for your incredible support. Stay tuned, keep flying. See you soon, Kuba-san and the WoA team. So really cool update. I'm skeptical, but mainly because I haven't seen any screenshots of these things. Right? Usually they'll promote it in their in their social media, the new airport. So we haven't really seen a lot lately. I mean, the new airplanes, definitely I'm not skeptical that will come out. You know, the Boeing 748 and E290 and E295 definitely will, you know, I'm not surprised that sometimes comes out in a minor update, right? The Comet will be pretty cool. New airport, you know, we haven't seen any screenshots, or like we only seen one So if we could see more, that'd be cool. In-game username change, fantastic. Super hyped about that. And then further ahead, you know, I really wish we knew when this would come to aircraft customization. But hey, one step at a time, right? We're gonna get in-game username, default colors, custom and default livery for your aircraft when purchasing new ones. So that's gonna be pretty cool, nice time saver, and pretty exciting. Let me see here. I want to take us over to Discord. And there's one more thing that I want to share with you guys. You know, shortly after that dev blog was posted, Kubasan did show up on the World of Airports Discord and posted these screenshots. So of the custom liveries, right? This is completely custom. It's a World of Airports plane. Look at this. You have WoA on the front, on the tail. I don't know what it says right here. Oh, FB 101, right? So maybe that's its serial, and it's a whole custom livery. Pretty cool right there. And look at this. It says coming soon-ish. Hilarious, but I can't wait. That's gonna be so much fun just to see the creativity that people can come up with. I am, I guess, a little bit worried about, like, is there going to be a report feature? How is that going to work? But ultimately, I know most of us in the World of Airports community will be fine, and we'll use that to really just spread a positive message. I know, you know, there's a lot of people in the community that have a message that they want to share. I remember when I first started streaming, there was this one person. I know their name, but I'm not going to shout them out, mainly because I don't know if they want me to share this or not. But like they were trying to spread awareness through their livery colors, and now they can do that, right? With these custom, or soon they'll be able to do that with their liveries. There's another user I knew, you know, is a survivor of cancer, right? So you know, that's going to be a nice little way they can show that off as well. So really excited for that. People can really spread their message about World of Airports and the game that we all enjoy playing so much. I'm really looking forward to this update coming out in Q2. I am definitely planning on streaming the same day that the update comes out. So we don't know when that update's coming out. They did say Q2, so that's anywhere between today and June 30th. I will be streaming when that update comes out. I'll call out of work if I'm able to. If not, then it'll just have to be a late stream or something. But that way you guys can take a look at the brand new airport. I do have my GRU maxed out, and I am banking planes. So what that means is that I have the airport maxed out, and I have a bunch of planes that are at 9 out of 10 handling. So let me see if I can show you. Here we go. So I have a plane like this that's at 6 out of 6. That is, I'm not going to land. Essentially, this plane is not going to land until update 3.1 comes out. And that way, when 3.1 comes out, I can clear this to land and get the XP immediately from it. So that way I can unlock the next airport for free. Hopefully, it's just like the new like the prior airport. When GRU came out, there was only one added level. Hopefully, it's the same way with SCL. But if not, then you know, we'll see what we have to do. If I have to buy the next airport, you know, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging on stream. So if we have to buy it, we'll buy it, even though I'm banking planes, so that way we can unlock it for free. But guys, definitely stay tuned. I stream live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on Twitch and on YouTube. Twitch is where you got to be at, though. Twitch is where it's at. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And let me know your comments on your thoughts on this dev blog. And if if you disagree with me, let me know. And if you're excited about the name change, the livery change. Oh, and I know there's one more thing too. The in-game username change, is that going to allow for cross, platform saves? Are we going to be able to switch from Android to iOS, or from iOS to Android? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I'm super excited for the future of World of Airports. I'm going to be here, and I hope you will be too. Thank you, everybody. Peace!